Good morning, everybody. It's Flynn here. I'm already at my 90, my delivery appointment. I didn't get up in time this morning to do any video before I took off. Let's see, what do I plan for today? Today I'm gonna get unloaded here and then wait on my next load. So it's hard telling what they'll do with me. So I'll pop back in a little bit. All right, well, I've taken my paperwork into the 90 here. I'm hiring a lumper. They'll come out and let me know how much that's going to be. I'm still waiting to be dispatched. Ryan won't even get in until 7 or 8 in the morning, so I'm not expecting to get dispatched anytime soon. Let's see, what else? Well, that delivery wasn't too bad. I got there, what time did I get there? I got there just a little bit after 5 this morning, and it is 9:45 now. So it's another place that's gonna owe me, they're gonna owe me about an hour and a half detention time for that. So it's 2 hours. So if my appointment time was 6, they had until 8 without me getting paid anything. But they didn't get me out of there until 9:30, so that's an hour and a half of detention. All that little stuff adds up. When you're leasing a truck, you wanna keep track of all that. I mean, that's your money. You sat there, they wasted your time essentially. It's, that much further down the dispatch list you are now. They wanted $344 for an unloading fee. Now, the shipper pays that, so, whatever. I just, make sure they get their money so they can unload my truck. Now, the shipper will pay them $344 to unload it, but they won't pay the driver anywhere near that to unload it. It's kind of, I don't understand that. Like, it would be cheaper on them. I mean, if they would pay the driver close to that amount, $250, a lot of drivers might do it for $250. But I'm not gonna drag 43,000 pounds worth of stuff off my truck for $50 or $60. I'd rather just sit in the truck and do my own thing. So that's just a weird thing about trucking. And really, it's not even trucking, it's food. It's when you deal with these food warehouses. Like, if you were to go to a GM plant, they wouldn't be like, hey, it's $300 for us to drag our stuff off of your truck. It's one of the things about trucking I don't get. Like, you ordered the stuff, I picked it up and I brought it to you. Why don't you unload your stuff? But it's, it's something that's always been this way, at least since I started driving. I first started driving in 1993 and there were lumpers there, or then. So, I don't know, just a little tidbit about trucking that if you don't do it, you just don't think about it. So I'm gonna head on up to this Flying J and go ahead and wait to get dispatched on my next load. I'm just kind of in limbo right now. Okay, so I got dispatched on a load. It picks up anywhere between about 5 tonight up until midnight. It's going over to Illinois. I don't remember the name of the city. It's not a very good paying run, but he's gotten me about as far east as he knows I'm willing to go. So that's probably it. Once I get back out, I mean, I made enough this week. Not every run's a high paying run. It's just how it works. Once you get far enough east, or if you're on the East Coast and you want to get off, the freight rate's just not as good. It's just how it is. So I'm probably going to take care of a few things, maybe go in, grab a bite to eat, and then I'm going to try to get back to sleep for a few hours, go grab this load, and head on down the road. All right, well, I'm getting up, going. I kind of flipped me over from a day schedule to a night schedule. I mean, it happens. You just gotta, you gotta be able to sleep when you need to sleep. So I got plenty of sleep. I'm ready to go, drive through the night. Got to run over to the pumps over here and go ahead and top off the reefer. Now, I'm not sure if this is in our fuel network or not, but being a lease operator, since I pay for the fuel, there's really not a huge difference. I mean, if it's out of our network, then I'm not going to get the discounted price. But there's no truck stops in our network between here and where I have to pick up. So, and the fuel or the reefer's sitting at about half a tank. So if I'll check, I'll run the card. If it's not in our network, then I'll just go in and I'll pay cash for it because I've got to get it. And then I'll head on down to this pickup and then head on to Illinois. Well, I'm here at the Petro in Carlisle, PA. Gonna run up and get me something to eat. Usually the Petro, their buffets for the most part aren't horrible. This one's not one of the better ones, but I'll see what kind of selection they have and then make a decision from there. Well, that was a bust. I went in, they were taking the buffet down. So, screw it. Let's go back to my truck. If I can find my truck, this lot is huge. Kind of like wandering around. I'm pretty sure I know where I'm at. So I got to my 01, to my pickup delivery. Got there plenty of time. And when I went to check in, a little intercom and a gate, you had to like check in before you can get through the gate. And I said, I'm Prime, I'm here for a pickup. And she was like, you were with who? I said, Prime. She said, we don't have any loads for Prime. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She said, well, come on into shipping and receiving. So she opened the gate up for me. I pulled around, I went into shipping and receiving, and she's like, what number do you have? So I gave her the number I had. It was a valid number. She's like, but that load's been pushed back until Monday. And I was like, is there anything you can do to help me out? She's like, we're leaving in 2 hours. We're shutting down for the weekend. She's like, by the time we got it pulled, it'd be time for everybody to go home. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I just got back to the truck, and I sent them a message. I was like, this load canceled or this load pushed until Monday. And I made sure to get the name of the girl behind the counter that was telling me that, because whenever a load, something goofy happens with the load and you send a message, the first message they send back every single time is, would you have the name of the person you talked to? So when there's anything goofy with the run, I don't know about other companies, but here at Prime, you're best to try to get a name of somebody because they're going to ask for it anyway. That way, when you send the message, you can go ahead and put the name in, and it's just one less thing you got to mess with. Now, 2 loads canceling in a week, it's pretty rare here at Prime. I mean, loads are going to cancel. It's just, there's mix-ups. There's, I talked about this in a video a couple days ago. It's just kind of the nature of trucking. It happens every now and then. Twice in a week, pretty frustrating, and not the norm, luckily. So that's been kind of my day, and I don't know, what else to really talk about. There's not been a whole lot going on. I do have a couple videos coming that I'm working on. Probably going to do a series on this DT12 automatic transmission. I've got one about kind of my initial reaction, my initial experience going down a grade. Now, the grade was in Pennsylvania on 80, like I talked about it in yesterday's video, so it wasn't a massive grade, but just kind of trying to give some of my insights into this and some of the things that I've either figured out that work or figured out that don't work, or just whatever. When I was going to get the transmission or thinking about getting this truck with that transmission, I tried to do like a YouTube search or Google search, and there's just not a lot of information out there about it. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys as accurate of information, at least a first-hand experience of what I'm experiencing using it and how it's working for me. Okay, well, that'll do it for today, guys. Take care out there. Be safe. I'm out.